it is time for the entertainment here at the Holiday Gift Show, and I am proud to present Tacos Live with Jay and Jeff. Boys, take it away.
Okay, I'm going to jump in. Brandon, I appreciate you calling this entertainment, but I don't know if that's a downgrade or like what. No, we are sharing epic branding and marketing in an entertaining, fun way. What do you think, Jay? Would that be more appropriate?
Yeah, no, you got it. No, Jeff, let's be honest. This is entertaining. I mean, people, it's not a joke. It's not like it's not a silly time, but we tend to not be that serious, and we like to enjoy the ride. And we like to enjoy a few tasty tacos. And so we'll often say tacos up at the beginning of our show. And look at all those goodies. Oh, well, listen, we are lucky and excited to be here today. Thank you to Promo Corner, the Holiday Gifts promo show. This is live. And we have some special treats in the spirit of preparing for the holidays. And of course, it's not me, Jeff, and it's not you. It's going to be Kola Svek, who is soon to be, actually is recently married. So I think she's in the transition of a new last name, and it's Henderson. If I'm not mistaken, Kola, is that right?
It's true. I can't deny it. I chose to marry him. It's real.
It's real, Jeff. It's done. Off the market. She's recently married as of a month ago. I think today we realized was your 1 month anniversary. Aw, isn't that awesome?
It is awesome. We had an amazing weekend celebrating a month ago today, which it's crazy. It's been a month already.
It is crazy. Time is flying by. And speaking of amazing celebrations, to have you on this show, it changes the whole dynamic. We are no longer two old guys stuffing tacos in our mouth. We have now been blessed with the amazing Kola Svek Henderson from Soul and Swag. I gotta tell you, it's one of my favorite all-time names of any business I've ever come across in the promo or apparel sector. Soul and Swag. I mean, that just like immediately grabs my attention. How did you guys come up with that?
Well, thank you. It was a fast process. It had to happen in about 72 hours. I don't recommend that, but it worked for us. And so we really wanted something that, had some sort of seriousness to it, but then also was fun. And so, the soul part of it is discovering the soul of your brand and who you are as a company and your culture and what is that soul. And then the swag part of it, I actually had no idea until we went to name the company. And my mom was like, do you know what swag stands for? Do you guys?
Well, there's a few definitions.
There's
something
few,
we all get.
Yes.
Something we all get. But I like to think of it, I think Danny Rosen put a new spin on it. And of course, you put me on the spot and I won't remember it. So, but was I right? Is that what it stood for?
Yes. I mean, it is an acronym for stuff we all get. And I was like, well, that's, okay. I mean, when you say it like that, that's kind of boring. But swag, the word swag is cool and it's fun and it gets people to know kind of an idea of what we do. And then our tagline is positively different because I think we're all positive people here. It's one of our strengths.
Oh, you are. And I can't wait to share this right here. Look at that logo. Speaking of positively different. And Jeff, I think of swag. I think of swagger, like style, like culture. What do you think?
Yeah, I was going to say that when we talk about the word swag, and it's a playful word. And some people, there was for a while in the industry, people were like, oh, let's not downgrade what we're doing, or like, it would seem like derogatory. But I think it's a fun word. And clearly you guys, and we're going to get into this, I'm sure I don't know everything that lies ahead, but you guys are a fun company, and to play on Soul and Swag. I mean, this is a great logo. And it seems like the guests we've had on our shows have always had great logos. Like they're simple, but they're thought out. Like this is like.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you guys did great. I love the tagline, positively different. And guess what, Kola? Guess what? Are you ready for a super surprise? I was sneaky and I visited your website and I found something that is epic. Can I share that with all those folks that are watching us today, including my mom and my sisters?
I mean, I don't think I have a choice. So take it away, Jay.
You're right. You don't have a choice. So let's go with this. Tell me about this statement. What does that mean? I loved it.
Thank you. 1, 2, I can't take credit for it. I believe it was actually the one and only Mark Graham from Comedy that said this.
Oh, no, we cannot give a shout out to Mark Graham. This is
on, Mark Graham. You
just downgraded. You were doing so well.
Maybe it was Bobby. Does that make it better?
No, that makes it worse.
Yeah, I figured. But no, we had heard this, and then my mom is such an inspirational, positive person. Always, she said for a long time, you know, motivation or inspiration is like showering. It's recommended daily. And so this was just something that she loved and wanted to tie in on our business cards, and then it's a part of us too. So of making things, you know, have a purpose and intention, yet it should be totally fun and rad and awesome too. So
Yeah, there's got to be that little ingredient that makes you just a little nervous, just about like what Brandon was going through about 20 minutes ago. You know, that
right.
Launching a live show.
Yeah, and that, you know, and it's not that big of a deal, right? Just live and trying to juggle a couple hundred people and dozens of guests. But luckily for us, we just have you. We can manage that. I just got to give you guys a shout out. I love the culture. I love the feel. I love the vibe, the name, the colors, everything about it. I think you guys have done, I mean, who am I to judge? But just from the outsider looking in, it's really, really good stuff. And that quote, whether it came from Mark or Bobby or your mom, Angie, just keep building on that. That is the salsa to my taco right there.
Love
the
it.
Salsa to your taco. Wow. I mean, I think that we might have hit something fresh here. Is like when we come up with something that's amazing, it's the salsa. That's almost as epic as we go where the tacos take us.
We do go where the tacos take us, and I give Jeff full credit for that, saying that is our new slogan. It is the tagline to our mission statement to our, I don't know. Anyway, back to you, Cola, our special guest. I cannot wait for people to see this. This takes it to a whole new level. Jeff, remember like back in the 50s when you and I were just getting started and we thought, oh, we better have a showroom, right? Okay.
Oh,
scrap that.
Oh, yeah.
Dump that. Get ready for amazing. Okay. So
okay,
Cola, I did visit your Facebook page. I have scoured the internets for I've heard a lot about this. So I was kind of anticipating greatness, and I found it. And it is in the form of what you call a showroom in Nebraska. By the way, what city are you in?
We're in Omaha.
In Omaha. Okay. So in Omaha, Nebraska. Got it. And guess what's going on in Omaha, Nebraska?
Oh, boy. You did find it.
Oh boy, you. Okay, now this is not the Crate and Barrel. This is not a retail store. This is your showroom, and this is your team and you line dancing. Am I right?
I can't deny it. It's true. You know,
I've got the evidence right here. You can't deny it.
No, Org Audio had put out some sort of competition to win some self-promo dollars, and they gave away $10,000 last year. And so we decided that we would show how much we loved Org Audio by dancing. And this is what we did.
Jeff, I don't know if you know this, but maybe I've got the angle wrong. Are you then in this picture, are you facing your bar? Did you know, Jeff, that they have a bar in their showroom?
Yeah, I've actually seen this before, but I've not seen this picture. And wow, what can I say? So did you win?
We were one of the top two. So they ended up picking like 10 different people, but we were one of the top ones that received like a bunch of self-promo dollars to use on product. So it was
good for you guys.
That's a winning thing right there.
Absolutely. But yes, that is our space. We call it our studio. And so we've got a couple tables that my uncle built for us. And then he also built this incredible over 17-foot bar.
Excuse me, Cole, could you hold that hand up again, that left hand up? You were kind of going like this. Could you just, sorry. Okay. Yeah, no, just turn. Okay. All right, got it.
Oh, there it is.
All right, move on.
Fellas off the market. So
move on.
Here's the thing. Let's get back to the bar. So those are famous words. Let's get back to the bar. I just love the culture, the vibe. It's positively different. I mean, I don't know of anybody else that has this. Maybe some do, but the fact that you guys are having so much fun, you're line dancing, you're having a good time, you're creating a space for creativity, if I'm not mistaken. You're trying to kind of feed that energy. Is that right? Or am I putting words into your mouth, Cole?
No, you nailed it on the head. The idea with the design of the space was to create something that people wanted to come back to. You know, when they come in, it feels more like they're shopping versus having to pick out what promo item they're going to hand out. And so we wanted it to feel like a retail space. We have people stop by, probably at least once or twice a week asking if we're a furniture store, if we're a boutique, if we're a light fixture store. We get it all, a coffee shop, a bar. So that's what we wanted. We wanted that feeling of new and creative, and really somewhere where they could step away from their office and bring their team in here to collaborate and talk about their marketing plan.
Positively different. I mean, seriously, everything you guys do, every step you take, I think it's genius. I think it's brilliant. And I would rather have people think that I am a lighting fixture store or a furniture store or some sweet boutique, because I'm attracting people, and then it gives me an opportunity to explain what we do. And you never know who those buyers might know, or if they are buyers. So I just think it's brilliant. I'm gushing, so forgive me, but the only thing that could be better is if you guys like did a video series from the bar, right? Oh, wait, what? You do that too?
We do that too, above the bar. We try to do it every week. The wedding got in the way of that a little bit, so we weren't super consistent, but that's okay. But yeah, we do a weekly video series called Above the Bar, and initially it had a lot of product in it the first year, and just talking about, what should you take to the golf course? What should you take when you go on a vacation? And then we kind of switched it and just had some fun. We play games. I surprised the team with making them do all sorts of funny things, and those are my favorite types of episodes, when they don't know what's going on. But just a fun way to engage, and sometimes do a giveaway. We just did Jackie's birthday giveaway on the most recent one. So
very cool.
It's supposed to be fun, and fun for us and fun for our fans, our customers, everybody.
That's great. It is fun. Above the Bar. Jeff, what do you think? It's like she said, we don't know what's coming. It's going to be a surprise. It's like our show.
Yeah, I have a thought on this, because I always love to bring our content, what we share, back to be relatable to everybody. And so there's a lot of distributors that don't have the ability to have an amazing, whatever light store, showroom, bar that you have, but they do have the ability to present their brand in a fun way. And this idea of a short, fun, engaging video series is something that anybody can do. So I would just want to, just share with the people, think how you can be a little bit different. You have your customers, you have your client base, and to do a little video series on whatever theming you want. This is a way to engage with your clients and be a little bit different, and not just be that I hate to say swag seller, but you've got to be different in this marketplace, and that's why
you've got to be positively different, Jeff.
Positively different. So that's what I'll share about that part. So
Jeff, you do such a great job at that and bringing it back and making it relatable. Thank you for doing that. I also didn't want anyone to think that they had to master line dancing or have a bar in their showroom or have all of this retail lighting and furniture and whatnot. But you guys have pulled it off for you. It's part of your soul, and I think it's just so good and so memorable. So I would be making an epic mistake if I didn't cover that. But let's move forward, because we have to put the spotlight on some of the recent projects that you've worked on. Yeah. You shared with me that one of your top clients, and you were proud to say, and we're not worried about me sharing who this is for, but I want you to set the stage. I've got a couple more slides, but this is important stuff. This is about you executing epic branding, amazing swag, killer marketing, pulling it together on site, away from your showroom, away from the bar. And so walk us through this, Cola. Tell our viewers what we're looking at here. Set the stage.
Absolutely. So I want to start off by saying, one, we had never done anything like this project I'm about to share about before. And two, there were plenty of moments where we felt like we had maybe not no idea what we were doing, but we would talk about it and we would say, oh yeah, we can do that. And the customer would walk out the door and be like, shit, how are we going to do that? So it was a completely collaborative effort to make this all come together. But the project was for Valley Irrigation, and they are the largest center pivot irrigation manufacturer in the world, correct? Not just the United States, in the world. I'm looking to my mom to make sure I'm saying this right. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's basically a large sprinkler for crops.
Not just large, we're talking acres, like huge, like ginormous, like you see them from the airplanes up above.
Exactly. You can see the crop circles if you fly over. So anyway, that's what they do. And they have a national sales meeting every other year, and they always go somewhere cool. They go usually California or somewhere with a beach. And this last year they went to Marco Island. And in the past, they've done things everybody gets a gift when they're there. And so it could be, I think they did like custom sunglasses years ago, maybe custom shoes. And so it really was about just as much about the experience as it was about the gift. And so they had actually met with Tiffany's to do like jewelry or different things like that. And we're just not feeling what the presentation was. And so they came to us kind of frustrated. And I'm like, wait a minute, let us try to do it.
Whoa, 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 wait a minute. Slow your roll, bro. Tiffany's, get out. You could be dancing in the bar. Come on.
Exactly. So buy Tiffany's, let Soul and Swag do it, right? We got the same color. It's just different stuff. And
That's
so
true. That's cool.
They came to us and the process started, and it was probably a 7 or 8 month planning process of how we were going to create a gifting experience for over 700 people. And you had men and women and all different ages. And, people hear about maybe the agriculture industry, the farming industry, and they're like, oh, they're super high tech. They're very, very intelligent. They do a lot of things with, the farming industry. And so it was like, what do they want? What are they going to really be excited about? And so we came up with a lot of different ideas, ultimately narrowed it down to some of the items you see here, Carhartt being a big one. Mm-hmm. This Irrigation duffel bag, though, that was probably one of the highest numbers of things that we did. They loved that.
That's
and so
cool.
They loved the Carhartt thing. It wasn't
so
all the name brand.
I'm gonna go. So this was for the men mostly, right? I mean,
yep.
It does say hello handsome. So if we go to the next slide, I picked this up because it looks like you had 2 staging areas. Would that be a fair way to describe this?
Correct. So these were kind of cornered at each other. So that was a huge part of the project too. It was way beyond just the items that they were going to get, but how do we create this really cool setup that gets them excited to come over to this area? And so it was, again, collaborative effort of how the hell are we going to do this? The display pieces in the background are from Showdown. And then we took my mom went and found all these really cool fabrics to drape over top of them. Her whole thing, she's so good at design and making things look incredible. And so, the signage, the lights, you can kind of see the tree lighting there. Just really making it feel, taking our showroom, our studio, and taking it to Marco Island, Florida, making it feel like that shopping experience versus, hey, here's a promo gift that you get.
Yeah, that's really a key distinction. Jeff, have you picked up on any of the key words that Cola's been dropping, like gifting, experience? That changes it. That repositions the concept of what we do and making it an experience. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, the product presentations are beautiful. They're creative. I mean, they're not over the top too. They work. They fit the theme.
Hello, gorgeous, and hello, handsome. Nice. I like that. That was easy. Okay, so let's keep going because you've got more product. I want to zoom in on some of these, and so you can walk us through a few of those. But before we do, the first thing you're going to see is something that caught my eye, which was attention to detail. And so as I pull this first one up, of course, a lanyard, of course, a name badge, but I got to give some credit to whoever thought about the fact that you created almost like a gift card and that you gave recognition to the retail brands that I can see: Cutter & Buck, Irrigation, Carhartt, Refresh Glass, Welly. Who else am I leaving off? But
the other one's the City Cut and Sew, so Numo.
Oh, okay, perfect. So those are some retail brands that some folks would know. Most would see a couple there that they would recognize. But the partnership, it's about the partnership. It's like you're not hiding the fact that these are serious, epic brands that gives you more. It gives you more, I guess, what would be the word, credibility. It builds the trust factor. So yeah, there's a lanyard. Yes, there's a name badge. But, for me, in terms of the marketing and the kitting and the packaging of all of this, that helps create the story. So you obviously did that on purpose.
Absolutely. And a shout out to all of those supplier partners, because for them, it was totally unknown what these people were going to want. Right. So, for example, Ray from Refresh Glass, he was awesome in getting us whatever we needed to help display that out and packaging and all of it. But it could have only been that 2 people picked that. there were more than that, but he didn't know on the front end, nobody did which items people were going to gravitate towards.
Gotcha.
So the partnership, the collaboration that happened with those suppliers, also to check stock. The Carhartt stuff was, we pulled an item off, I think a week before, because inventory got depleted and they weren't going to replenish that until later in the year. And so just the things that had to, be talked about beforehand to really make sure we could execute and get those items to everybody.
Yeah, Jeff, we brought up logistics before, right?
Yeah, what I want to really, again, put the spotlight on, relatable to everybody, is how much our supplier partners help us. What a resource they are, and we're illustrating that there. So take advantage of them.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. So a couple more here to spotlight. So let's not lose the moment here. So people can get a vision of Welly, and correct me if I'm wrong, these are bamboo water bottles, correct?
Correct. And then they take, I believe it's 3% of their revenue or their sales, and they donate it to clean water projects around the world. So the fact that Valley is irrigation and they were donating this back, it was just a great tie-in to their brand. Yeah,
perfect. That's what I was hoping, that you could help connect that logo, the irrigation, and the purpose. Again, Jeff and I covered purpose several times. So Cola, your team did a perfect job on this. Excellent execution. I personally love the engraved look into the bamboo. It almost looks aged or vintage, but yet it's still classy, if that makes sense.
Thank you. And that was part of it too. What's the design? Is there nothing going on some of this? So again, the collaboration on the front end with our client, our supplier partners, and our team was huge.
Yeah. So tell us about this last one, this glassware. What makes this special?
So if you're not familiar with Refresh Glass, check them out. It's an awesome company out of Arizona, and Ray, the owner of it, is super cool guy, very highly intelligent. And he takes wine bottles, or it might be a kombucha bottle, any sort of glass bottle, and recycles them and turns them into drinking glasses. So whether that's, you drink water, you drink whiskey, wine, whatever you want to put in those, but he's repurposing them. So again, tying into the Valley brand about sustainability and really being eco-friendly, that was huge for them. They loved that concept and that idea. And plus then you're getting an awesome product in the end. So it was a win-win for this project and a lot of projects we've done.
Well, that was a great discovery. Trust me, Jeff, I was drooling last night as I was going through a bunch of the photos. There were a bunch more I could have shared, but I knew we only had a little bit of time today since we're on live with Promo Corner, and this is part of their holiday gifts show. I'm not sure if any of those things would be appropriate for the holidays, but I can't imagine that they wouldn't be. So you did a great job. Your team did a great job. What an event. I can only imagine how Valley felt and those attendees walking into Marco Island, seeing all of this amazing branded merch, right?
It was so fun to see them too, because they have their own dealership. So, they go by Valley, but also their own name, but they're so proud of the Valley name, the Valley brand. And so the opportunity for them to pick out a gift, whether it had the Valley part on it or not, you could just tell that pretty much all of them were excited. They couldn't wait to get it. I will say, just to wrap up, and maybe you were going to head this way about things that we learned.
Yes.
But the fulfillment part of it was a shit show. So I'll just say that there's no.
Let's be honest.
Nice way to say
She doesn't sugarcoat it, Jeff. There's no hiding it. It's keeping it real with Cola.
Yes, there's just no nice way to say it, but it was such a learning experience. And so it was a little complicated because no package was going to be the same. You might have 12 of something going to this address and one going here. So
okay, yeah, that can be. I see it. So there wasn't even any consistency in the kit.
There was no package that was going to be the same because they might have 12 people from one dealership. So it was a little bit of a disaster, but definitely a learning point for me, because I managed all of that, of just really tracking your time to know, all right, the next time around, this is how long this is going to take if we're going to do it in a similar way. How can we make sure that we're getting compensated for our time and energy that's put into it? So that was definitely the learning part for me, was how do we figure out how much time we put in, what we're worth, and how we can really still collaborate with them in the future, but still get paid for it.
Well, no, that's a really important point to underscore, is the timing, the expectations, the kitting and the fulfillment, and all of that takes time, and you have to plan for it. Jeff, we've covered that a little bit. In fact, I think it was on one of our previous shows where we talked about the fulfillment and the kitting. The first time when we have talked about the taco kit, you know, with Andrea. And so, Jeff, anything to lead us? We're about ready to wrap up. Any great words of wisdom in terms of preparation, in terms of, you know, how do we take these lessons learned that Cola's just shared, these amazing pictures and brilliant wisdom, these golden crunchy tacos. What, did you just see that? What was that?
Well, ready? What time is it there?
Yeah, we're getting ready to celebrate.
If we were on Above the Bar, which we're not, but we're on tacos.
This is something positively different. So instead of tacos up, we're doing Dos Equis up. Oh, you should have told me.
Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, we're gonna finish with words of wisdom, and
words of wisdom from Jeff. Jeff, while Cola's enjoying a cold adult beverage, what could you share with us, my friend?
First of all, like wisdom, you know, don't have that, you know. But what we do have is amazing guests that really are able to impart some wisdom to our audience, and we appreciate Promo Corner letting us go live and being a part, especially of this holiday show, because here you might see some ideas of some products from suppliers that could be on the show, or learn more. Like Refresh Class is a pretty amazing product. I've seen it, met them at Common SKUs, some of their Common SKUs, really amazing. So whatever size business you have, the key is, what can you do to be different? How can you work like this fulfillment thing, which was a shit show, to make happen? There may be things that you might step out and take some risks on. But Cola, would you say that risk of everything? Here you are, you're blowing out Tiffany's, which really wouldn't have been a fit for what this company is in the landscape business anyway. So would you say that, like, you took a risk? You took a risk in wow, we don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to do it. And the same with the fulfillment, had some challenges, but I bet you they loved you so much. Everybody's going to work through whatever that is. So I want to encourage our audience to not be afraid to step out and do things that are a little out of your comfort zone, which is just selling mugs and pens. And God bless mugs and pens, but think about how you can be different. That's especially relevant in this marketplace. Brandon's back to wrap us up.
Oh my God, it's our favorite holiday gift, promo elf, Brandon.
It's the promo elf, yes.
Surprise! He doesn't have a cold frosty Dos Equis, but he does have an amazing smile and a very healthy Charlie Brown tree behind him.
First of all, props to the prop people over at Soul and Swag. You literally got it like garçoned to you. It was on a perfect
that was
day,
pretty epic. That was better than
with the towel and everything. Like,
that was my mom.
Well done.
Shout out to Angie, the one and only.
She's got the joy. She's just got it all.
The joy of cola.
It's all
so
about
good.
teamwork here at Soul and Swag.
Well, that was awesome. And yeah, you guys, this was entertaining and educational. I didn't mean to demean by saying it was purely entertainment.
No,
but this is a lot of fun. You guys are a fun group. That was an amazing project. And that does fit with the holiday gifts, because everybody's always trying to step their game up. And so what you guys did with that whole system and that whole fulfillment deal, that's a thing now. So that was educational and entertaining. And I hope everybody gets to enjoy their Dos Equis as soon as they can. So thank you very much, boys. Tacos up, everybody.
Tacos and Dos Equis up. I don't know how you do that.